Morning once again, guys. Welcome to the channel. And one more thing, guys, before you do anything else, make sure to like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment to let me know any suggestions you want to give, as my journey has just begun in beekeeping, and you will get to see what it is like to be a beekeeper in a tropical island like Jamaica, right? So, unfortunately, I don't have to deal with some of the varying weathers you guys have, such as snow, but we do have chilly times here where it makes beekeeping more challenging. But nonetheless, guys, I look forward to your support and your recommendations and whatever suggestions or tips you think I may find useful in beekeeping. So thank you. So let's get this all show started. This guy feeling like a musician. So when you hear that sweet sound, you know you're ready to make music. You're ready to install your wax foundation. One more tip I want to share with you guys. Before you embed your wax foundation onto your wire frame, sometimes you buy these at the farm store and the wires tend to be sometimes not installed properly or maybe slack, very loose. There's a way you can fix that to make the embedding more seamless. You just want to get a regular pliers and just run it across. Just try and straighten the wire. And then after straightening the wire, you want to just pinch the wire here, lift it up, raise it, grab it with the pliers, and gently twist. If you notice now, there's a bend, so that creates tension on the wire to make it further straight. Just lift again, pinch, and twist. And you'll find that the wires are very stiff now. So when you go ahead and to install your wax foundation, you won't have the wire being bent up and some of it being embedded into the wax and the rest not being embedded. So that can cause some of the issues in embedding your wire. So you just want to try and have them fairly uniform and straight, and this way your embedding of your wax foundation will be seamless, guys. But you'll basically be needing a simple 12-volt battery, two wires to connect to each poles of the battery, and of course you're going to be needing your wax foundation. I'll post a link where you can get these foundations on Amazon. And of course you're going to be needing something to provide some amount of weight to the frame as you go about installing it. Why you need some form of weight? Because just touching the wires with the both ends of the frame wires, sending the current through, which will create some resistance, it will heat up the wires. But if you do not have a distribution of weight across the wax foundation, it may not melt evenly into the wire or onto the wire, and you'll end up have to be reheating and reheating. But if you have that extra weight on top distributed across, then it's a breeze. It will easily melt on and you won't have to do anything. You just wait until it cools, you remove the weight, and there you have it, frame completed. I'll just show you an example of one that I have here. If you look at this one, if you look at both sides, you'll see that it is well embedded onto the frame. Right? So I'll just show you a battery that I'll demonstrate rather how it is done. As in right here, my setup is fairly simple. I've just put the frame onto a chair, two wires connected to the battery. You can follow as I go ahead. And once again, you can see the type of weight that I'm using. It's fairly simple, just an exercise book and a notebook that is not too heavy, that will provide some amount of compression or downward force onto the wax foundation, but will not be too heavy, because if it's too heavy, guys, trust me, the wire will just melt through the wax foundation and the wire will just appear on the other side, basically splitting the foundation in 3 different pieces. All right, and you don't want that. But the good thing is that if it does come true, because it's hot, the wax tend to melt back together, so it won't necessarily split it like that unless the weights are extremely heavy. All right, but so care will have to be taken in how long do you scratch the ends of the iron. As you can see, each of the frames, they have the wire wrapped around and then it is pinned or nailed onto the frame. So you just need to touch both ends where that happens to be. Alright? So that's all you have to do. Use your wire to touch both ends. So yes guys, from here you just put one wire onto one hand. And as you scratch it, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see the sparks. But that's all you have to do. You don't want to hold it onto it for too long because the wires will become too hot. So once you scratch it like this and you notice the wire is coming up now, that means you're basically finished or about there. And that's it guys, it's simple as that. When I remove the book, you can see that it's fairly there. It's just this side need a little more. So if I want to do that, I can just touch here instead, give it a tap and rub my hand over it, and that's it. There you have it guys. Your frame has been successfully, as in your wax has been successfully embedded onto the wires, and you can go through a fair amount in a very short time using this method. I find it to be the most easiest method. I've heard some persons saying that they're complaining about the quality of the product they find online, but it's just a matter of not using the proper procedure, right? And in not using the proper procedure, they end up giving the product a bad rating sometimes. But it is fairly simple. It takes a little know-how and a little gentleness, you don't want to be too rough. So thank you guys, and make sure to remember to like and subscribe to my videos, my channel rather, and you will see more videos that I have coming for the benefit of those who are just wanted to know what's happening or who want to learn about beekeeping. I'll be coming with a series of videos to help you guys with that. How do you start out in beekeeping? What are the things you need to be a successful beekeeper, and the practices that you want to employ to make your beekeeping successful and sustainable, most importantly. So thank you guys for watching.